Welcome back to No Man's Sky, everyone. Jason here, and this is our beginner's guide for 2025 in No Man's Sky. In the last episode, we built our awesome base. I almost went to my inventory. We built our awesome starter base. So this is just the introduction to your base. They give you the bare essentials. So the next thing we have to do is go to the space station. Now, before you leave and go there, because we're going to the space station, you can make a lot of money there. I would highly recommend going around getting a whole bunch of salvage data, the buried technology stuff around here. So again, look around for your, like, ooh, is it right there? I might need to go check this one out. Anyway, we have some buried technology. So let me look and see if we have any around here. Yep, we do have some right there. Remember, you can sell this. You can also use it to build up your base. You use that to unlock blueprints in your base, but it's a very, very easy and awesome way to stack up a whole bunch of money. So just grab a whole bunch of these. Also, check these damaged machineries for upgrades or nanites. Usually it's going to be nanites, but sometimes you get upgrades out of here. Come on, upgrade. And we got nanites. All right. But we also have my planet that I've landed on has bones around it. Let's go check out these bones over here. Where are you at? Again, remember you can always tag something by holding down X when you have your cursor over it, or square if you're on PlayStation. That way it's always marked and you don't have to keep pulling out your visor because it's right there. Let's go get these bones. So there's going to be random items that are buried around. Like sometimes it's bones. Sometimes you're going to find what they call salvage. Sometimes it'll be scrap. But there's a whole bunch of items that you can unbury on planets. So it's always useful to kind of walk around, search, also pick up some materials while you're out here, out and about. Always, always. You can never have too much materials. As we saw in the last episode, trying to build our base, it needed a whole bunch of more materials that we didn't have. Let's see these bones over here. So as you get closer, you see the top of your screen, my compass. You see there's one icon that I saw, but now look at that. We have a whole bunch of different bones all buried up right around here. And they're, okay, maybe not. What in the, okay, so they're not buried. They're kind of out of the ground. So this is the rough edges of No Man's Sky. So these are supposed to be buried underground like these ones right here. All of these are, because they're buried underground. However, because the game is procedurally generated, you see how the terrain is kind of weird here. The game thinks they're underground, but they're not. So I can just pick these up. Ooh, that's a good one too. Nice. So I can grab all these ones that are just hanging out. Oh my god, that's a good one as well. That's a good one as well. So you'll notice it has a description, but these are only trade items. You cannot use these for anything. You can't build a skeleton. You don't need them to build anything. It's literally just pick them up to sell them and make money off of it. That's all you need. Over here. So these ones are underground. So what you would normally do is go to your large selection on your terrain manipulator, and you would just unbury it. That way you can grab it. Ooh, we got a yellow one. Ooh. Did we get a blue one? I need to see, because then I can show you guys the rarity of all these bones. I think this is a blue one. There we go. So, there are different levels to, or different rarities of items. The blue are the low level. These are the common levels. And as you can see, this one is worth 100,000. So that's worth it. Pick it up. You get a free 100,000 units. And if you really want to look at anything, look at that middle section. It says value 108,221 units. That's money. And then used for, right below that, used for trading. So that's the only thing you can use it for. That's it, trading. If I come over here to my chromatic metal, my stack of 393 is worth 34,000 units. And it says right below that in brackets, 88 units each. So it's worth $88 for each one of these chromatic metals. But under that it says used for building, crafting, charging, upgrading. So this is a very useful material, very useful item. If you ever have any questions about anything, you can always just kind of quickly glance at this and it'll tell you, oh, this is only for trading, or oh, this is for building and crafting and everything else. So keep that in mind. You can just kind of look at all this stuff, and anything important, it will tell you, hey, look, this is, you know, salvage data, total value is 512 or 572,000, but there's no other info here because you use it for blueprints. Fuel, it says used for charging. It's worth 450,000 or 450 units, 450 bucks. But you also have rarity on your items. So blue is just the low level common. The purple is higher level. As you can see, this one's worth 438,000. And so the trading, it says high value trading. This is just normal trading. And then if you get to the yellow, 1 million for that one stat, one bone right here. This one bone, the skull, is worth 1,645,000. It's high value. So that's why you want to focus on those. The bones and the items you dig out underground, they are randomized, so you don't know where a specific one is going to be. You don't know, like, there's no, like, secret to, oh, look for this location or go to that location, and it will always guarantee a certain bone. That does not exist. It's all procedurally generated. It's all randomized. There's no way to do it. So just go out there and look. You're going to find some really good stuff out there. Let's grab some salt while I'm here. Sodium, excuse me. Anyway, we have to go to the space station. We were going to go do that. Oh, my God. I just spent, like, 8 minutes showing you guys bones and stuff. All right. I'm obsessed with bones. If you guys haven't watched the channel, I love good bones in No Man's Sky because they're worth a lot of money. Obviously, $1 million for a bone, 1.6 million. Oh, we don't have any fuel. So just like all of our other technologies, you can recharge this by going to your quick menu, do the battery, and launch fuel. And as you can see, we can use launch fuel, or we can use uranium. That is a launch fuel as well. So if we were able to find uranium, if we were on a radiation planet, we'd be able to use that. We don't have any, so it's grayed out. We can't use that. So let's use that one. And now let's go. We're going to the space station. We'll do a quick tour, but I highly recommend just kind of walking around and getting your footing there. I will kind of go over what everyone does, but if you want details, get in there and do it. Get in there and do it. Because I think that the coolest, like I shouldn't say coolest, the more helpful knowledge is actually getting in there and doing it yourself. So I'll tell you what it is and I'll kind of show you it, but getting in there and seeing it for yourself really does hit it home. Oh yeah, I forgot about our music. Yeah, the first time you go to a space station, they give you the cool rock music as you get in there. So, space stations now, as of 2025, are a little bit randomized. So yours will look a little bit different than mine. It depends on the economy of the system and the type of system it is. So it could be like a mining economy, and if it's a 3-star economy or a 1-star economy, it will change as well. But you'll notice the floors look a little bit different than yours. The cool space station core will look different than yours. But as you land, this is the landing pad area. This is the hangar. And you'll see other pilots will land, and you could talk to them and trade items with them if you'd like. So if we go talk to this pilot right here, we won't be able to understand them because we don't speak their language yet. But it says, hey, look, we're ready to go. The electronic life form readies data pertaining to the cargo they carry and the estimated worth of their starship. So this is where you can offer to trade items with them. You can make an offer on the life form's ship, or if you have a freighter, this is going to be way down the line, you can recruit a life form to your squad. So you can have, whenever you're in combat, these guys will fly in, they'll teleport in and help you in combat when you're doing ship combat. We can't do any of that yet, so don't worry about that yet. When we get our freighter and we do some more deeper knowledge stuff, then we'll go over our squad. But let's go to offer to trade. So these are going to be the items he has for sale. And every pilot is going to be different. They're all randomized. It doesn't matter what ship they fly. It doesn't matter what race of alien they are. It'll all be randomized. You never know what they're going to have. So look at all these items. So he has some good building blocks here. Silver, chromatic metal. We can always use chromatic metal. And so there's all kinds of stuff here. And you can also just highlight them and you can see what it is. It is a highly prized and lustrous alloy, the Magno Gold. Popular with traders of all known primary galactic races, crafted from ionized cobalt and phosphorus. If you see a word or a couple of words highlighted, that means those are important. Ionized cobalt and phosphorus are building materials. So if you want to build this later on, again, we're not there yet, but if you want to build this, you're going to need those two items in order to build a Magno Gold. Anyway, we don't need to worry about that, but there's another tab here. So we have a buy. This is all what he is selling. We go to sell. This is what we are selling. So these are sellable items that we have. So if we want to sell our bone, we can to the pilot. So they can say, hey, sell that bone. And we have another one down here. We have another one right here. We can sell our bone. Remember, it's worth $1,692,000. We're about to get over $1 million just for that bone. That's crazy. Sell that one. Sell that bone. That's the only thing you can do with those bones that we picked up. The other thing you can sell if you need to is your salvage data. Keep in mind that you can use this for blueprints. You can unlock base building parts as well. But if you need money, absolutely you can sell this and make a ton of money. So I'm going to do that. The other thing you can do is at the top of the screen, you see it says switch with X. That's because I'm playing on Xbox. That would be square if you're on PlayStation. But if you switch, it switches to your starship inventory. So it goes through every inventory you have. We don't have very much in our starship, so we can't really sell anything from here, right? But you can switch back and forth. And keep in mind, if you buy something, this is also a quick way. If you want it to go into your suit, make sure it says suit at the top. So anything I buy, if I buy all this ferrite dust, that'll go into my suit. If I switch it over to starship, anything I buy here, so if I buy 5 of these microprocessors, by the way, you should be buying 5 of these microprocessors. We're going to need this later on, so buy these while you're here. That will go into my starship. So now if I back out, I look at my inventory, ferrite dust went in here. If I go to my starship, there you go. Microprocessors went to my starship. So make sure you are buying the item and placing it wherever you desire. But another thing that the pilots will do is you can buy their ship. So if we go to make an offer on his ship, that is his ship right here. So this is just a general overview. You can see what the inventory looks like. You can see the class of it, all the stats on the ship right here, the damage, shield, hyperdrive, maneuverability. And now we got to negotiate. And this will take into account, you see there's 3 different options down here. We have decline, so if we don't want the ship, we can just decline it and say, no, we don't want that. Or we can exchange. Exchange means I'm going to trade in my ship for his. So it takes into account whatever your value on your ship is. Mine is worth $3,400,000. So that's why it's cheaper if you trade your ship. Or if you have enough money, you can just buy it without trading. You can just straight up buy it and add it to your fleet. But we don't have enough money. We don't have the 5 million. We only have 3 million. Top left-hand side, 3,600,000. So we can't afford to buy it out. And if we wanted to trade our ship, you are giving up your ship. So I will not own this ship anymore. So keep that in mind. You'll also see it says authenticated starship trade-in bonus. Later on, and we can't do this yet, later on you can build your own starship. However, if you build it, it is a custom ship and they are worth less when you trade. Mine is authentic, meaning it is a pre-built, not custom-made ship, so it is actually worth more if it's not customized. It's not hand-built by Jason because I'm a terrible builder, obviously. Anyway, I don't want to do any of that stuff, so I'm going to decline. And we're good. So that is pilots. So once you land on the space station, you'll see it has 2 different levels. Technically 3, but there's nothing on the 3rd level. This first level right on the landing pad. Oh, wait a minute. Journey milestone completed. Oh, we made 4 million or 400,000. We actually made millions of dollars. So that is our milestone. We'll get into that in a second. If you come over here to this first desk on the far left, this is your mission agent. This is going to get, they will give you missions to do. However, they don't know what's going on because we were in a storyline mission. The life form awaits behind their terminal. They look me up and down and seem to decide I am not a customer They do not look particularly helpful. What about other travelers, sir? The life form looks at me with alarm before waving me away. So, we are on a mission, technically. So, our base computer said, "Hey, go to the space station and ask around and see what the heck is going on here." But this is your mission agent. Later on, you'll get different missions from different aliens, and depending on how much the alien race likes you, they'll give you better and better missions. You can level up your likeness with them, your reputation with them. Then in the middle here, we have our trade terminal, which is where we can basically do the same thing we did with the pilots. We can buy and sell items from the space station itself, and they're going to have even more items that the pilots won't have. There you are. You can also sell the same thing just like the pilots. You can sell it as well. So if I go to sell, these are all the items I have that I can sell. And exosuit and your starship. And here we have the teleport station. So we can teleport to any other space station we've ever been to. Now, we haven't been to any other space station, so that's not on the list. We can also teleport to any base we have. And later on, if you have your multiplayer turned on, you can teleport to any player bases that you visited or been near. So if I go and visit or go fly near another player base, I'll be able to come back here and teleport to it from here. But since we haven't really gone anywhere or visited anything yet, our selection is very limited. But that's where you would do that. Then we have the cartographer over here. This guy sells you charts to find different locations on planets. Now, keep in mind, again, we are on a storyline mission, so we're going to ask him what's going on. Can't understand what he's saying. This life form clearly occupies an important position in this station. At first glance, they do not seem particularly interested in me. Perhaps the code will change their minds. I'm going to ask about the traveler. No look of recognition passes across the life form's face. We continue to misunderstand each other. So he doesn't know what's going on. But yeah, this would be where you'd buy your charts. That way you can go find cool locations on planets. Then we have back here in the corner, this is the scrap dealer. He sells in kind of like black market goods. So let's talk to him. Again, we're on our mission, so it's not going to give me anything. The metallic being chatters away, pouring forth words in a language I cannot understand. But when I blink, I see that same red light that stared at me at the distress beacon. I'm going to repeat 16. We are watching you, traveler friend. Find what we have left you. And you see they're all in red. So that is the Atlas talking to us. Though the alien speaks, the words are not their own. A string of code is echoed back to me through the red glare, logged directly into my exosuit. The crimson light fades away, and I see the life form staring at me through its visor. Whatever has happened, they do not appear to have seen it. I should leave. Perhaps my base computer would be able to make something of this code. So there you go. So we've done the story element. So now we can wander around the space station freely and actually interact with them. So, scrap dealer deals with black market items. The life form looks at me, traces of fear and surprise behind their eyes. It is clear they have nothing more to say to me. Oh no! We're still on our mission. Dang it. Well, let's go up to the second floor. I can kind of show you guys what's going on here. This will be your special mission envoy. So every space station is going to be a little bit different. This is the Explorers Guild. So every guild will have a location at a space station, but not every space station has every guild. This space station has the Explorers Guild. So we go here, talk to the envoy. And if you do missions for the Explorers, right here, Explorers Guild rank, I'm unknown. They don't know me because I've never done a mission for them. But as I do more and more missions, I will rank up with them. And as my rank increases, I'll be able to get different items for free for them. So if you're really, really loved, they will give you some really good stuff. As you can see, we get a free upgrade, a couple of them. We can get oxygen from them. So this is all cool, but you have to make sure to basically increase your ranking with them. You can also donate if you want to, but they only take certain things. And you want to make sure your rank is increased. That way you have a good level with them. So on the second floor, you'll notice these might look different to you. It depends on which alien race is in this system. I am currently in a Korvax system, which is the robot race, the robot aliens. That is why this looks like this. They have a whole bunch of like hard drives and servers up here. If you are in the Gek system, you'll have like chairs and lounge tables and things like that because the Gek are traders. They like to trade and merchant. You know, they're merchants of the game. If you're in a Viking system, they're the big lizard-looking guys. They are more about combat, so there would be a lot of like guns and gun cases in here. There'd be weapon cases all over the place. So the first station over here on the right would be the Exocraft. You can see from the vehicle here. They will sell you upgrades at this table for your different vehicles and your Exocraft vehicles. Technology Merchant. All right, let's go to buy upgrades. So here you go. You can buy all the different upgrades for your vehicles, your Exocrafts, your Humboldt drive, all this stuff, your Minotaur flamethrower, all this stuff here. But we don't have a lot of nanites. We only have 237, so we really can't buy any really good upgrades yet. But if we had one, and we don't even have an Exocraft yet, so we can't, no point in buying any of this stuff yet because we don't even have it yet. The next table over here is going to be your Starship upgrade table. So if you talk to the Starship Merchant, they will have upgrades for your starships. So here you go. Right here. All these are cool upgrades. And every space station will be different. So some space stations will have a lot more of the high-end upgrades, these S-Class upgrades. Some of them will only have the low-end, depending on the economy of the system and, you know, which kind of economy it is. Again, it could be a mining economy, it could be like a scientific economy, what have you. So then we also let's move on to the next one. This table over here, this is for your multi-tool, so you can get your multi-tool upgrades. And the bonus is, at the multi-tool upgrade station, you also have multi-tools on offer, so I can try to buy one if I want to upgrade my multi-tool. This is a C-class multi-tool. It doesn't look very good, but we can compare it to my current one. My current one is a little bit lower, but only because this one has a pre-installed weapon on it. So as you can see from the stats up here, this is mine over on the left. My stats are lower. Arrows down mean lower. This one has higher stats. So it has higher stats only because it has a weapon installed already on it. I don't like this one, so I'm going to decline it. But don't forget, there's another one on the other side of this table as well. And it's going to be two different ones. They might look similar, but they are actually two different multi-tools. Ooh, this one looks a little bit cooler, actually. It's still a C-class, so it's still a low-level one. But it has a plasma launcher pre-installed, so this is like a grenade launcher in the game. Already installed, so if I buy this weapon, or buy this multi-tool, it will already have that on it. And again, just like in your ships, you can either buy it for full price, or you can exchange it. You can trade in your multi-tool and get a little bit of a discount, you know, and buy it, you know, and basically give up your multi-tool to get a new one, if you'd like. I don't like either one of these, so I'm going to move on. But the other thing is, we also have the upgrade station here. So if I want to upgrade my multi-tool, I can totally do that. Augment your technology slots or improve the multi-tool class. So if I want to add a new slot to a new inventory slot to my multi-tool, I can do that. I can also use what's called a multi-tool expansion slot, which is a multi-tool upgrade. I can do that, but you find rare items that are multi-tool upgrade slots that you can install. I can also upgrade the class. So in No Man's Sky, you have 5 different levels of items. You have the C class, which is the lowest level. The B class, which is kind of medium, the A class, which is high medium, the S class, which is going to be your supreme, your really, really high end, and then you have what is called the X class. So the black market or X class is a random one. Sometimes they're very, very good. Sometimes they're really, really bad. The X, the black market class, is very, very random. So you don't know what you're going to get with those. Let's talk to the multi-tool merchant. Let's see what upgrades you have for multi-tools. So again, these are going to be different on every station. Ooh, he has some good S-Class. He has a neutron cannon upgrade, a pulse spitter upgrade, a plasma launcher, upgrade. Look at this. Yes, a lot of good upgrades in here. I can't afford any of them because I don't have a lot of nanites. So keep in mind, nanites are different than your units. Units are very easy to get. You can sell items and get those pretty easy. Or if you want to get nanites, you have to sell upgrades specifically, or you can find them or you can craft them later on. But nanites are very hard to come by, and Quicksilver is very rare. It's the rarest money in the game. Quicksilver is. Can't afford any of that. And then finally, we have the exosuit. This is your backpack upgrade station. So you have your inventory upgrade right here. This little backpack design right here. It'll let you increase your inventory slots by 1. And you can see I can select wherever it goes. So if I want to upgrade my cargo, which is like my backpack, or I can upgrade my technology area, I can do either one. So I'm going to upgrade my cargo area. And the first one you buy is free. After this, it's going to cost you more and more. And so the more you buy, the more it increases. The first one is free. The second one, I believe, is 1,000. The third one is going to be 2,000. Then it's 5,000. Then it's 10,000. So it'll keep going up and up. It'll get more and more expensive to upgrade your inventory. So keep that in mind. First one is free, though. And the other thing is, once you buy it, this is all used up. You cannot ever... if I keep coming back to this space station, I'll never be able to buy another upgrade inventory slot. I have to go to a new system. It kind of forces you to go to different systems, visit that space station, and every new system will have a new inventory slot for you. Let's see the technology merchant. Let's see what upgrades he has. So he has like a life support upgrade, a jetpack, which is called movement upgrade, shields upgrades for my suit. S-Class shield. Oof. Yeah, that's a good one. Life support modules, movement, toxic protection. We have some good upgrades in here. So I would always recommend, if you can, save up your nanites, save up your cash, and get the S-Class. Get the best you can. You can always get the lower level ones. However, the game bases the difficulty on your upgrades. So what I mean by that is, if I have, for instance, right here, the Sentinels will attack you, and they will do damage based on the shields you have. And now it's not based on the type of shield, it's based on the number of shields with an average of an A class. So if I have no upgrades, I have 0 upgrades, they will do baseline damage. They will do, they will do the normal amount of damage. If I have 1 upgrade, they will increase their difficulty by 1. They will do 1 more. They'll do +1 damage. However, they don't know what it's going to be. So they don't know if it's a C class, a B, or an A, or whatever. They can't adjust to that degree. So instead, they do an average of about an A class upgrade. So if you install an A class shield, they will do normal amounts. So they go up by 1, and I go up by 1. If I install a C class shield, that's only a 0.25 upgrade. So I will be 0.25, they will be a 1. So technically, they will be doing more damage to me because I have a low level upgrade. If, for instance, I go and get an S-Class shield, that is a 1.25, and they are only going to do a 1. So I will actually be doing more. I'll be protected more against their attacks. So this is very high level. This is very high level stuff. If you want extreme details, I always recommend go check out Zane's World. He is an amazing channel. He goes in depth. He will tell you the exact percentage and what you need to do in order to maximize all of your upgrades. This is more of beginner, just general knowledge of the higher level your upgrade, the better it's going to be. And so just assume that any upgrade you install is going to increase the damage or increase the difficulty of the game. And you don't want to upgrade with a C level upgrade unless you really have to. So there are times where a C level upgrade is okay, but I would always recommend getting an S class upgrade while you can, whenever you can. All right, so that's all the markets on the game or in the space station, but in the back you'll have a few other kiosks. So this first one on the left, remember, You land on the space station landing pad. You head towards the back. Go to the left. And this is your starship upgrading station. So if I want to upgrade my starship, I can. Or if I want to destroy a starship and get the parts from it, I can do that as well. So if I want to upgrade my starship, like, hey, I really like this upgrade. What do I want to do? I can apply an augmentation, which is going to increase the inventory of your starship. I can purchase the storage if I don't have any augmentations. So again, augmentations are very rare objects that you can find out in the world. And when you install them, they increase your inventory in your starship by 1. Or I can just buy it. It's very expensive to buy it. That's why you want to find the augmentations. If you buy it, it starts out at 7, but it'll go up to 8 million, 9 million, 10. Every time you increase by 1, the price will increase. So keep that in mind. I can also upgrade the class. Again, just like your multi-tool, a higher level class of ship will have way better stats. So we have a C class right now. If I want to upgrade it to a B class, it will have better stats overall, like better shields, it'll fly faster, it'll have better maneuverability. All those increases in stats for every class. But we can also salvage if you want to. So if you want to destroy it, I could destroy this. I cannot break it though because it's my only ship. So they don't let you break it because they're like, hey, look, you can't, you can't break your only ship. But if I was able to, I'd be able to get the parts from it and I would be able to sell those for money. So once you start buying and finding different ships, you'll be able to come back here and break it into pieces and actually sell it for money. This is the ship builder. We will do more detail later on, but just as a general overview, you're able to build your own custom ship. You're going to need, for every ship, it's going to be a little bit different. You need a reactor core, which is like the engine. You need the fuselage, which is like the cockpit. You need wings and a thruster, which is like the actual physical engine instead of the reactor. But you can build any kind of ship you want. We can build a hauler. Again, cockpit, reactor, wings, thruster. We can do explorer, left wing, right wing, hull, and reactor. So every ship is going to be a little bit different. You're going to have to go in there. Wings, fuselage, sails for the solar ships. We haven't seen those yet, so we won't get into that. But essentially, this is where you can build your own custom ship. We need to get deeper into the game and get our ship parts. But that's what you want to do. And then lastly, we have here, this is the appearance modifier. This is where you can customize your character. If you want to change your character, there you go. You can be a Gek, which is an alien race in the game. Korvax, a Traveler, a Viking. Anything you want. You can totally customize your character if you want. And there's tons to it. So if I want to be the Anomaly, which is the character you begin with, you can do body shapes. Slimmer, thicker, taller, shorter. Heads, so you can change your helmets. And you'll notice there's some of these that are locked. As you play the game, you will unlock different helmets. So by default, they give you a small set of helmets that you can switch out between. And then as you progress in the game, you will unlock more and more and more. You can also change the colors of your armor if you want, or your different features. You can change the torso, so your shirt. Again, we can change it all out if we want to. You can change the armor, which is like the big metal piece that goes over your shirt. You can do that. Look at that. Boom. You can change your gloves for your hands if you want to. You can change your legs if you'd like. All the different legs. And again, all the different colors, of course. Your boots. All this is really, really cool. Then you can change your backpack. So this is where it gets really interesting. So there's a lot of jetpack trails, which is like the actual, the flames that come out of your jetpack when you use it. And you can change it to a whole bunch of these. And again, you can earn these in the game by playing the expeditions, or you can buy them with Quicksilver. That is the rarest money in the game. You can use that to buy this stuff. But also, you don't have to worry about a jetpack. You can also get a cape if you'd like. So I can have a cape, and there are different kinds of capes you can get. So there's a lot of customization here if you'd like to go with all that. So And lastly, you can do the banner. So this is not going to pop up very often. If you play in multiplayer, other players are going to see this banner for you. So again, you can change it out to different symbols here if you want to. Different colors if you'd like. All this is all important. So you can also change your title. As you play the game, you will unlock different titles in the game. So because I've played the game on another save, I have a whole bunch of these different titles unlocked already. You can be Hand of the Viking. I can be a hireling. You know, all these different things. As you play the game and do certain objectives, certain missions, certain things in the game, you will start to unlock all these ones. Traveler of the Atlas. All of them here. There we are. Boom, boom, boom. Anyway, that is your character customizer. Nope, don't want to apply it. There you are. So that is a quick tour of this space station. Hopefully you guys liked the video. If you did, hit the like button. And in the next one, we're going to go back down to our base and we're going to continue on with the actual storyline in the game. So I will see you guys then.